Well, that's it. I'm done, Crockett. I don't know why this test had to come out now. Thought I was in somewhat decent shape. Good morning, everybody. Selena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. Between the two of us, because you've been having some back issues and knee issues, right? I don't know if you could pass this test. It's a new test that came. I think I've seen this before, and it just made a resurgence. But a simple fitness test predicting. This is pretty harsh. You ready? Predicting whether you'll die in 10 years. And all you have to do is be able to sit on the ground cross-legged without using your hands to brace yourself or using your knees or elbows. So you just have to be able to go down and get up. That's not easy to get up to without bracing
So
yourself on
you
the
start
ground.
crisscross applesauce and then you
No.
stand up?
You start standing. You cross one leg over the other and sit down. So see if you
Oh,
can.
it's got nothing to do with getting up.
No, and then you have to be able to get up. You have to be able to sit down and then get up. And anyone who can easily do this, first of all, I thought it said you had to do this 6 times. Well, no. Anyone who could easily do this were 6 times less likely to die of any heart or lung issues over the next decade. It's a weird, they're saying
Yeah,
because it's
what
not,
the heck? All right, I wanna try it.
well, see, I hurt my back because I was dancing. If you saw me on the dance floor this weekend, you would have thought I was in tip-top shape. It's the day after. I'm suffering for it. What?
Mm. I
So they
wanna stand up, and then I just realized I've got this huge heating pad on the back of my chair, but okay. So wait, one more time. I'm gonna try it one more time.
Are you?
I have to get down. I have to, like, make, like, a 4? Like, cross a leg like this and
No,
get down to the floor?
just cross your legs. Just cross one leg over the other while you're standing and then go down and
And
then
then
come
get
back
down on
up.
the floor
Yeah, just get down on the
and
floor and then
come
come back up. But you can't use your hands, can't use your elbows, you can't use your knees to brace yourself. I would do it, but
I don't know
I
about
don't
getting
wanna take any
down. I think
chances
getting
with my
back up.
back.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Alright,
Are
I'm
we gonna be
trying
able to
to
see this? Am I gonna have to call your maybe
uh,
should I put
you
St. Luke's on, speed dial just in case?
we should always have St. Luke's on speed dial.
All
Um,
right, let's see what
let me
happens.
see.
Move
Okay.
the heat.
So I
Don't trip
stand
on
up.
the heating pad.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah,
sign
yeah.
right
Okay.
there.
So you can see my knees, so there's no magic trick here. Okay, so
Okay.
cross
Cross.
over,
Yep. And
and then I
now,
have to go down
oh
to
my
the
god,
floor.
you're gonna hurt yourself. There's too much
I have to go
stuff in your way.
I have to go down to the floor without using my hands. There is a lot of stuff in my way. It's funny because I'm trying to stay in camera, but I have a lot more space over here.
I'm a little scared. Okay, so yeah, no hands, no elbows. So just basically you can keep your hands out so that way you don't. Okay. Are you sitting?
Okay, I'm on the floor.
Okay, now get up without using your hands or elbows or knees. You know, like bracing. You obviously have to use your knees to bend, but you
Hands,
can't
elbows, or knees.
you
So
cannot brace yourself on the ground is what I'm saying.
so am I allowed to uncross, like, I was gonna say I can't possibly do that with my legs crossed.
No, you
Like,
gotta keep your legs crossed.
you gotta keep your legs crossed?
Yeah. And
Yeah, I don't think
let me see the
science is on my side
tutorial.
with this one. So I have to keep my legs crossed and stand back up?
Yeah, I'm double checking. Get down. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm double checking the video.
Okay.
Yep, from there. So basically you can keep your ankles, like you can keep your legs crossed by your ankles and get back up.
And then I have to stand back up.
Things
Alright,
are
let me
breaking around you.
yeah, I don't even I'm trying to think if, like, at peak athleticism, this made sense.
Can you get back up from there?
I'm trying to think if can I use momentum? Am I allowed to, like, roll
Yeah, yeah,
myself
yeah,
back?
yeah. You can use momentum.
Oh,
You just can't, but you can't brace yourself.
okay.
I can't
Okay,
see
you
you,
might
but I'm assuming you're doing it.
over here.
Wait, what? No, that's
Wait, you just said I could use momentum.
I didn't know you're gonna roll your way
What else would you consider
from a
momentum?
seated position.
Okay.
From a seated position, use momentum.
What other momentum would I use?
If you happen to use your hand, then you just lose a point. That's all. You start with 10 points. and you lose a point for anytime you have to, you need to brace
Am I
yourself.
allowed to use my hands on my own body? Like, obviously, I get on the floor. You can't do that. But like,
Like, against your legs? Probably. Try it against your legs. It doesn't say you can't. You just can't put it on the floor.
yeah, I
You can't grab
honestly
anything.
at peak condition, I don't think I.
I don't know. This isn't looking too good for you, Crockett. Check in with us later
I'm like,
today. We want to make sure you're still alive.
yeah, I'll read that. Here's your 100-second information update. All right.
Isn't it crazy? This will determine if you're going to live an extra 10 years.
I
I,
I
I
like
can't. I can't do this right now because of
I've
my
never
back.
tried to stand up like this before because the natural thing to do is to move and get.
So brace
You're
yourself.
sure I have to keep my ankles crossed and stand up?
Okay. Let's just see. Try uncrossing your legs and stand up. Try uncrossing your
Yeah,
legs and
I feel
stand up.
like that alone is hard.
Go
Crossing your
ahead.
ankles is like, sheesh. But again,
You're in
it's
it's like
momentum.
you're in a senior citizen home. I've never heard so much complaining. Let's
Well,
just
I'm
get
just
up.
trying to because in my brain, I can't rationalize trying to stand up with my ankles crossed. There's who's ever done that ever?
This guy, I mean, he must take yoga, this guy that's doing the tutorial.
I love yogurt. Yeah, no, I can't. No, I can't get back up like that.
Wow. So, basically, they scored each test by starting at 10 and subtracting 1 point every time you needed support. So, if you put your hand down once to sit and then again to stand, that you subtract 2 points because you had to use your hand to sit and a hand to stand. So, that means you get an 8 out of 10. So, I guess you used a hand there. So, you were able to sit down without any bracing.
Yeah,
So, that was fun, but getting up, you needed one hand?
I didn't even pay attention. I just stood back up because I knew I was going to be able to get.
So you probably braced yourself coming back up. So you probably got a 9 out of 10.
We'll call
Um,
it an 8.
oh, and you lose
That
a
means
half
it,
a point if you wobble. People who scored 4 or lower were most likely to die in the next 10
what?
years. That is
What?
so defining. That is a little too much. If you get 8 or higher, you're fine. You're fine. And then they tell you at the very end, "Oh, by the way, if you're having back issues, don't do this." Things they should have told us in the beginning.
As I crank up the time length on my heating pad. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, it was a dumb study.
I don't know who the authority who this guy is that, comes up with this
Chuck
authority.
Norris, who is it?
No. No, but he looks like a yogi.
Hey, boo
Over
boo.
4,000 people aged 46 to 75 have tried this.
What percentage?
Over 4,000 people
Oh,
between the ages of 46 to 75 have tried this, and the ones who could easily do this were 6 times less likely to die of heart and lung issues over the next decade. Okay. What if
like
you're
people who
just
can do this are more likely to live until they're 90.
you got it.
Where do you even get like what?
They say because it covers all aspects of fitness that are not aerobic. Muscular health, balance, flexibility, and your weight. So that's why. Uh,
Whatever.
thank you, Keith. Keith letting us know if you're heading west on 78, traffic backed up from New Smithville back to Route 100. And we were covering that for the traffic. Christy will have that updated as well. Thank you, Keith. All right.
My grandma lived till 90, did no aerobics whatsoever, and ate a stick of butter every day. Where's that
Nice.
study?
Yes. Is that
She
true?
put butter on butter.
Buttered butter.
Yeah.
Do you use a knife to spread that butter on the butter?
I don't think I've ever seen she lived with us for years. I never saw the woman eat anything healthy. She lived almost 90.
She lived. I
So,
bet you
there
shouldn't
you
try
go.
that test. All right, everyone.
Alright.
We're going to go.
Bye, everybody.
We'll have your Crayola Experience tickets coming up in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.